Hi everyone! Today we're making pigs in the blanket. These are absolutely my family's favorite #1 finger food. They are like absolutely delicious and we've been making them like forever. And recently we began making them in a muffin pan, which has totally elevated the cooking experience. Anyway, I can't wait to get started and show y'all how. This is a mini muffin pan that you're gonna need. So each little cup is about 2 inches in diameter by almost like 3/4 of an inch deep. And because they come in different sizes. So this is the one you want, the mini muffin pan. Now, if you don't have one, you really can't get through this recipe. So I think it's really worth it to go out and get one. Let's look at the ingredients we'll be using. The little smokies. I just want to say that we use the beef little smokies and they come out like perfect every single time. But I've seen them, you can get them in pork, turkey, or chicken, and you can even use the little breakfast sausage links. Anyway, you can experiment, but like these are amazing. So this recipe calls for vegetable shortening. Okay, that could be whatever vegetable oil you have in your pantry, but you want to pick one that's got like a mild taste and has a high smoke point, since these pigs in the blanket cook at 450 degrees. I'm going to use avocado oil today because like it is a healthy choice, and I have used coconut oil, which is good for you, and canola oil, and all those oils come out, make this dish turn out great. Let's talk about parsley, specifically Italian flat leaf parsley. Okay, so this is like special. It's an herb and it's also considered a vegetable. Because like when you look at this pigs in the blanket dish, it's like, okay, where's the green? Where's the color? So parsley is the perfect choice. Not only does it complement well with the cheese we're gonna put in there, because like sometimes people have trouble digesting cheese, but let me tell you, parsley is loaded with vitamins and antioxidants, and especially vitamin K, which is really aids the digestive system. So we need a 1/4 cup vegetable oil. So you need to do this like right away because this vegetable oil needs to be chilled. So you'll need to like carefully walk over to your refrigerator without spilling this and let it get chilled. And now set your oven on 450 degrees. This is a 1/2 cup chopped flat leaf parsley and almost 2 cups shredded sharp cheddar cheese. So we've been prepping and we have to go get our chilled vegetable shortening, my avocado oil. We're ready to start making our dough, the blanket. Okay, now we're making this from scratch. Don't let that scare you. It is easy. I'm going to show you how to do it. It tastes so good. And what's so great is we avoid using the unnecessary preservatives that are found in most container dough options. Okay, so here we go. We have a nice size mixing bowl, and we're going to use just a fork. Okay, so this is 2 cups flour and 1 tablespoon baking powder and a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. With a fork, we'll stir. Now we add our 1/4 cup chilled vegetable shortening and we'll pour it in. And now with this fork, we're gonna go ahead and blend and mix all these dry ingredients up with the oil. We want to use the back side of your fork and press the flour and all against the oil. And we want to keep doing this until the consistency resembles coarse-meal. You're probably like, what is coarse-meal? Well, I really don't know either, but I think it's a texture. It's the texture you're looking for. It's like it's grinded up and it looks a bit like, I don't know, like tiny peas and oats. Okay, so this looks really good. This is the texture, the consistency that you're looking for. This is well blended and mixed well. Now it's time to add 3/4 of a cup milk. And using our fork, we're gonna quickly stir it, and you will see a dough form. Well, we've reached a point where I'm gonna have to now use my hands to finish kneading this dough. You'll just want to turn it over, squeeze it, and just work with it for just a little bit. So now we are getting ready we've got our dough already made. Okay, so we are today I'm making 24 pigs in the blanket because I have a muffin pan that holds 24. Okay, so these all come in different sizes. So, but this dough, this is gonna make 48. Okay, so you want to at least cut it, rip it up in half because it's easier to work with like smaller portions. So anyway, so like I say, these are for seconds because I'm sure we're gonna end up making 48 because like they're so good, everybody devours them. They're delicious. So anyway, I'm gonna keep this off to the side because I'm just gonna work with half of this so that I could do 24. Okay, so we have to we gotta think about rolling this out. We have to look at our muffin pan. This muffin pan's got a long side and a short side. Okay, so the short side, when you go to roll, you're gonna want to shape your dough in like a shape of a rectangle, kind of like a wide rectangle. And the longest part of your rectangle, you want to be sure that it's going to be longer than the width of your pan. Maybe like 2 inches on either side. Because when we go to roll our blankets, we want to make sure that we have enough dough. When you're rolling your dough, you want to go ahead and get nice and thin. Like a 1/16 of an inch to 1/8 of an inch. So my space is clean and I'm getting ready now to roll my dough. So we've got flour. We want to make sure that we put flour all on our surface, and I'm using my kitchen countertop because like it just works out so well for me. I want to make sure that we have flour on our rolling pin and of course our hands. Okie doke, and now we're ready to start rolling. Periodically, we might want to stop and just add a little bit of flour on top so that nothing sticks to the rolling pin. I'm going to go ahead and check to see if my dough is long enough, and that looks really good. Now I'm going to use a butter knife. Again, I'm using my kitchen counter, so I want to be careful. So I've got this rectangle. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of like straighten it up a little bit. And don't throw away any dough because you're going to need the dough. We might need the dough. Okay, so my tin has 6 columns, right? So I'm gonna need to make 6 1-inch strips. So I've cut this into 6 strips. So what's so great about this dough is just by having a little cup of water and you get your fingertips wet, you can prepare this dough any way you want. So now if you look here, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 perfect strips. This one's kind of skinny, this one's too short. I mean, okay, they all mess up. So what I'm gonna do is take part of this strip and put it over here to make this strip nice. And look, I'm just gonna go ahead and press, and the 2 pieces of dough seal together so nicely. It's fantastic. So I'm gonna pick up my first strip and lay it across my muffin tin. And remember, I'm gonna let it hang about 2 inches this way, and then we'll put about like 1 inch, and let it hang about 1 inch. And very, very loosely, just let it drop into each muffin cup. Okay, look, I'm a little short there. So I'm gonna take some more of my little scraps and get my fingertips a little wet and just kind of seal. And that's all you need to do. I'm gonna take the next one and we're gonna go ahead and keep rolling these all the way down the pan. And I'll repair as we go. Now we're ready to fill these muffin tins. First thing we're gonna do is get our cheese and parsley mix and just take a little pinch and drop it in each one of the little cups. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just drop them in each. Next, we'll take our mustard and go ahead and shake up that mustard real well, because that first little squeeze, we don't want it to be water. Okay, it's well shaken, and we'll just want to put a little dollop of mustard on the top of each . Now we're ready for our little smokies. And another round of cheese and parsley. Okay, using my butter knife, I'm ready to start rolling these blankets. Again, we're gonna have our water handy so that we can seal the edges. So I'm gonna do the ones on the end, you wanna go ahead and cut them close to the inside of this pan right here. And then just cut down the middle. Now you want to start rolling. Okay, so you just lift and you roll the dough over, and you just dab your fingers and just press in there and seal. We're going to do this for each one. Okay, all of our blankets are rolled. The dough was sealed just by putting a little water by the 2 pieces of dough to seal them together. Our oven is preheated and we're ready to get these in the oven. Wow, look at these. They're beautiful. You cook them for 10 to 12 minutes. And these were in actually at 11 minutes, so it kind of depends on your oven. They're a beautiful golden brown. I take them right out of the pan because everybody just can't wait to start eating these. And they're so easy. Look, they just come right out with just a scoop of a spoon. And remember, you didn't even have to like spray this tin pan or anything. You just ungrease it. Don't put anything in there. You just put that dough right in there. And if you can look closely, you can see how a lot of the grease from the meat is left behind in the pan and not in your beautiful pig in the bank lid. I had so much fun making these pigs in the blanket with you. And my wish is that you begin to bake these for your family and friends on special occasions and for ball games and for just get-togethers. And I just really hope you enjoy them. Until my next video, bon appetit.